What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bryce with The Real Squad.
And it's your boy Al here with The Real Squad.
And if you are a returning viewer and you come watch us often, please do us that big favor of hitting that like and that subscribe button, because we will be turning up from here on out.
The turn up is real.
But today we have Renfield.
Yep, Renfield, directed by Chris McKay, starring your boy Nicolas Holt and Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
Okay.
Also Aquafina as Rebecca. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, let me stop. But basically, Renfield is about Dracula henchman and an inmate in a lunatic asylum for decades, longs for a life away from the Count, which is Count Dracula.
Right. In layman's terms, for you amateurs out there, Nicolas Holt, Renfield, goes out to get food for Dracula, and that food is bodies.
Yeah, so how are we gonna start this one off, man?
Let me, because I know you have stronger feelings than I do.
Yeah.
We had a small talk before this, but let me go ahead and start it off with my man Nicolas Holt as Renfield. I actually liked him as Renfield.
Okay.
I liked that he wasn't like a pushover. You know what I'm saying? He only was acting like, I guess, scary and afraid when it only comes to Dracula. But when it comes to everything else, he is turned up.
Yeah, I like that too. Like it was obvious. Like obviously Dracula is like super villain. Like you're not about to see Dracula. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else he was coming across was like he was just beating them with ease. Yeah,
he was like literally an action hero at many points. And if you want, action hero, whatever.
Yeah, no, I like that too. And like it's funny because like he spent like a lot of his time with Dracula, so he still had that personality of being like kind of cowardice. Like he seemed like that, but he obviously know he could beat anybody else.
Yeah, he knows it exactly. Yeah. Like Dracula is walking around with his balls in his hand, basically. Like,
exactly.
It's pretty crazy. But you can feel the tension with Dracula through Nicolas Holt because. Of course, Nicolas Cage playing Dracula, which we'll obviously get into, but he comes off charming and funny. It can be. This is definitely a horror comedy, but at certain points in the movie and times when he's dealing with Nicolas Holt and Nicolas Holt knows what he's capable of, or Renfield knows what he's capable of, and you can see the fear in his eyes, and you're like, okay, something's about to go bad. Even though he is hella likable right now, something is not about to go well. He is hella scared.
Yeah. Renfield, like he said, is just or Nicolas Holt, I'm sorry, who played Renfield. He's a really good actor. Like, you know, you might have seen him in X-Men. He played Beast. Yep. And then also in Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, he played one of the what they called the War Boys.
Yeah. The guy, he was like one of the main ones, the one who ended up turning and being on Mad Max's side at the end.
Right.
And he was really good in that. So like
Killed it.
This was another kind of stripe on his acting chops.
He had a standout performance. Like I said, he had a lot of action scenes, and even though they were shot well, it was choreographed well. It just, I guess the blood is where I have most of my problem with, because I believe they did this on purpose, but it looks so fake. It's ridiculously fake.
I have a lot of. We'll talk about my problems later, but definitely, as far as Nicolas Cage though, man,
as Dracula,
he did pretty good. Like they had a lot of drawbacks to like the older like the first Dracula.
Yeah, they did.
Like with the shading of his face, how they like kind of did the basically cinematography of him, how they just like how they did him was like very callbackish, like his hairstyle, everything. Like so, Nicolas Cage, I actually liked him as Dracula.
I feel like he did a great job. I want to shout out the makeup artist. Because it was one point, like towards the beginning, where he was pretty much unrecognizable as Dracula, and it was just crazy. I'm like, this is hella tight, whatever. Yeah. They did a really good job with the makeup, but it was ridiculous, but not too much over the top. I was assuming that Nicolas Cage was gonna come in here and like just ham it up, but he kind of played it pretty straight at certain parts. But like I said, he brought that charm, that classic Nicolas Cage charm. And it really did work for me. Like at moments, like I said, I really liked this character.
Yep.
But then when he came around other certain characters, I was afraid for them. So I feel like they did that well.
Nicolas Cage is a really good actor.
Yeah, I wrote down he's funny until he's not. Yeah, because he could get real turned up and scary at sometimes.
And it's tough to like teeter that line between, because like horror comedy, those are two contradicting things. Like it's horror, which is supposed to be like terrifying, then you got comedy, which is supposed to make you laugh. So it's really hard to do like a horror comedy.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like, you know, Nicolas Cage, well, all of these people were like, they don't really have any like experience really with horror or comedy. Like, not for real, I don't think.
No.
So
maybe more so Nicolas Cage, because he did the Ghost Rider thing where it's not necessarily horror or straight comedy, but he makes it funny, and because he acts so ridiculous when he transform.
Yeah,
but exactly. Like he will be the best one as far as everybody else in here.
Yeah, so they was kind of, you know, it's tough, but
Awkwafina.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get to Awkwafina now. Awkwafina plays Rebecca.
Yeah.
I felt that she wasn't as annoying as she usually is, because for me, she's definitely an annoying character.
Definitely.
But I feel like she toned it down just a little bit. Like it wasn't too annoying. Like she definitely had some funny lines, and I do like the chemistry she had with Nicolas Holt, even though I don't know if that's a spoiler, so I'm not gonna mention that. But they do have somewhat of a chemistry. But I did like her character. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I didn't hate it. It was acceptable.
Me, I didn't like it. I did not like it. It was
Straight
like
up.
I was like where is this going? Like she, like he said, I want, without any spoilers. It's like when you guys go see the movie, ask yourself, is there ever a time when you really think she's a cop?
Okay, that's a good question.
Like, I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, I get what they was trying to do. But to me, it just didn't work. I'll say that. Because I'm not trying to really spoil it. But, like, I just didn't feel it. I just wasn't feeling it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Some of the side characters, we have Ben Schwartz. He plays Ted Lobo. And if you don't know who Ben Schwartz is, he does the voice of Sonic in 1 and 2, the new Sonic movies. And he also has some acting in
which
Parks
I enjoyed.
and Recs. Yeah,
I like Sonic one.
But he was actually he came on a little strong in the beginning. Like it was your typical Ben Schwartz, but after a while he started to get really funny to me. So I actually enjoyed his character a lot. He was one of the standout characters to me.
Yeah.
Other than Nicolas Holt and Nick Cage as Dracula. Dracula pretty much chewed up literally the scene every time he was in it. It was a couple of moments where he pretty much backed Renfield up into a corner, and you kind of felt it like, damn, he is mean as
kind of menacing.
Fuck. Yeah. But
Ben Schwartz, he was decent. Like, you know what I'm saying? He
tolerated him.
Tolerated him. That would be perfect word. Yeah, his character was it was necessary, but you know, like to me the whole movie was like, nah, like
as you can see.
Yeah, I wasn't
my man wasn't feeling it.
I like Nicolas Cage, I like Nicolas Holt, but everybody else was just like, also I will put this as a caveat.
What?
I am not a horror comedy fan.
Okay.
I'm either horror or comedy. Like, I'm not about to be like in between.
You don't like when they share the genre.
Yeah, it's not, to me, that's not a good like about, like, you know, it's not a good coming together like how horror comedy.
I'm gonna need you to see What We Do in the Shadows whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, he told me about this movie that
I love that. It's like, I feel like it's the perfect horror comedy. They nailed it as far as what they did recently. You know what I'm saying? We got those classics back in the day.
Yeah, okay, so this is another caveat. Back in the day, horror comedies, like he brought up Gremlins, and then you brought up Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like those are classics. I love those movies, but I feel like 2000 and above, these new horror comedies, like I haven't been feeling it. Like Cocaine Bear was okay.
I hated Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, it's like all right, but like other, like, you know what I mean?
It's just hard to do. It's hard to do.
It's tough.
Some honorable mentions as far as the movie. Brandon Scott, he plays somebody named Jones. It's the guy you see in the trailer who's the head of the support group. Yeah, and he is just hilarious. Like that whole support group situation is really fun and entertaining throughout the movie, and I really like those characters.
Yeah, it's an interesting aspect of it, of like somebody who's been abused. And they go, like, obviously everybody's been abused in their own way, but you know
they kind of take it there here.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It covers some serious topics, but like I said, it is kind of played up for laughs or whatever.
Yeah. Then it has but it has, because we already know that, Renfield is Dracula's pretty much slave or assistant is what they call him in the movie, but he's a slave. Yeah, basically. So like his abuse obviously goes way beyond everybody else's, even though everybody else's is real serious in the real world. Like, if they was out here with us in the real world, but like in that world, nobody is worse off than Renfield.
Yeah, he's been going through it for 90 plus years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his master is literally in his head. Like, or his abuser, I should say,
making him kill people,
innocent people, not just regular people, innocent people, because that's what Dracula likes the most, the innocent. Like they say it in the trailer, he wants like a handful of nuns, a bus full of cheerleaders. Like he wants the innocent. He doesn't really care for like bad people or whatever. I guess they don't taste good. Yeah, so
it doesn't quench the thirst.
You want to go ahead and give this a rating, then, my man?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give it a real decent movie. Okay. And the 6th real decent movie, not the 7. Okay. Because to me, it just didn't hit. It just, like, I remember, like, about maybe halfway through the movie, I was not even half, a little bit more than half, like, or a little bit later than half. I was like, I'm probably not gonna like this. Okay. And that may have swayed my opinion a little bit, but for the most part, it just didn't hit for me.
I got you. I'm just gonna go one above you. I'm gonna go real dope movie with a solid 7. This is even 7. Like I said, I enjoy myself. I laugh majority of the time. The audience that I saw with possibly made it more enjoyable because everybody was literally just cracking up, and it was I guess it was an advanced screening. It was on Wednesday, a late show on Wednesday, and the theater was full. And like I said, that probably played a part in it as it being more entertaining to me. But like I said, I had a good time with it. I had some small nitpicks there, like with the CGI blood, and which I still think they did that on purpose. So I'm kind of like giving it a small pass. But
I'm not giving it no pass, bro. They tried to go with the like Quentin Tarantino, but it was CGI. Like just it
was so much CGI.
Quentin Tarantino is practical. Like it looks like it's
I think they could have easily did the real blood, but it might have saved them some money. I guess
it gave me like the new Predator vibes, like how they made the CGI was just terrible, bro. Like
okay,
it's like y'all didn't even have much CGI, so it's like the CGI y'all did have, y'all could have at least.
I still think that was on purpose, man.
I hope so.
I think it was on purpose. That's
why
we
get a director's interview or something where it was like he specifically says the CGI blood was on purpose. Because other than that, I'm not like.
I will let you know if that ever comes up because I'll probably be looking. I'll be looking for it. But that's Renfield, you guys. Tomorrow we're gonna have the Pope's Exorcist. I was gonna go see it tonight. I saw it today. That should be an interesting review as well. But look for that tomorrow. But like I said, if you're new here, please hit that like and that sub button. Trying to get to 1,000 before the year is up.
Yeah, and if you're not new here and you watch us all the time, go ahead and hit that notification bell, man. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can get our videos on time when we drop them, and you will not be late.
And comment below if you've seen Renfield and what you thought of it, and give us your rating on it and what you could, I guess, how you really feel about it. But that has been the Real Squad. Thanks for keeping it real with us. Thanks for being real, and it's been real. And we are out.
Peace.